Hey, what's going on, everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to talk about Grounded, see what is trending this week, and all the big news. And I'd love to get your guys' opinion on it as well. So if you have any comments, please let us know in the comment section below. And really quickly, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. I am starting up a new channel here with this, and I'm going to be dedicating it fully to Grounded 2. And I got you covered with daily videos when the game launches. So I could definitely use a sub. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. So up first, we have this post by Lily BS My Love. And they said Grounded 2 confirmed to launch with 60 or more bugs. Now, I think that the way they're going about Grounded 2 is pretty awesome. You know, they're going to kickstart it with early access. It looks like we're going to have, you know, pretty much the size of the first game right at the start. And we do have a sneak peek as to like how many bugs we can expect when this does launch. So whenever we got to the showcase and they were showing off this section right here, and we got to this mutation, it says Trapper or Peeper. It actually has one for collect 60 gold cards. Now, we've only seen like 20 to 30 throughout the trailers, but I think it's safe to say that they're going to have close to the amount of bugs that they had in Grounded 1 and right here at launch. And of course, they're going to be expanding upon that as we go. So I think this is pretty awesome. You know, I mean, it could be less if they end up doing different variations like the orc versions or the infected versions, but I really don't think so. I think this whole 60 gold cards is based on the actual bugs that we're getting at launch. So let me know, do you guys think 60 is a pretty strong start? Should they shoot for a little higher? We already know there are many new bugs that are coming to the game. You know, we also have like the snail, which I'm very, very excited for, the tarantula, cockroaches, and so much more. All right, we got our next post here by Pocket there that said Grounded 2. Okay, who's ready to build a dozen bases in ridiculous places? And this is pretty much the shot at the beginning of the trailer. And just imagine having a full base on every single of these like tall POIs. That would be hilarious. Imagine building one on top of the Burgle statue. And then I know they're not adding zip lines to the game yet. I feel like they still might in the future. But imagine connecting zip lines to each section and you just have a massive string of bases throughout. That would be so fun. Now, Apex Predator posted over here Grounded 2 gameplay images. So this is something that's actually cool. We have actual like in-game screenshots of the game, or at least the demo access. So a lot of journalists actually had access to demos for like half an hour, and there's some screens here, and it looks pretty exciting, honestly. Now, I've seen a lot of complaints about the HUD. A lot of people think that it's super simple, but I mean, this is also just the pre-release build. This isn't like the official build in the game. And even if they left it like this, I'm personally fine with it. And they always change it as we go. They get lots of player feedback. So right up here it says, investigate the snack bar anthill. Purchase the Omni shovel upgrade. So we did know that we're getting Omni, like an Omni tool that's going to work as your shovel, your axe. But it's nice to know that we're going to be able to start off with like just the axe, and then we're gonna have to upgrade it to the shovel, and then upgrade it to, you know, like the hammer. So there are some upgrades. I just don't know if once you unlock each section, if you're gonna be able to fully upgrade the tool or not. And then analyze a clover leaf at a resource analyzer. So this is definitely like really early on. It looks like they're just 3 minutes in. And then here is when we first grab the Omni axe. Looks like they are about 9 minutes into their playthrough is whenever you'll actually have access to this tool. So you're going to get the Omni axe very early on. And then they also have this one where they actually have a mount. So it's almost like you just spawn with an ant that like you already have a mount. We got dismount by pressing B, gather mode, which is going to work like a vacuum and just suck up all the resources. And then you can recruit and then carry. And then also it's just some basic tutorial stuff. Set your respawn point at your lean-to. And then they're taking on a gnat right here, which is pretty cool. It looks like there's some sort of stamina system down here for your mount. And then we have the orc beetle. So one thing that's cool about this is that they have like the same exact colors as the graffiti on the wall in the trailers. So I feel like whoever is drawing all the graffiti is the one that's also controlling the orc beetles. And then we have a little shot here that shows the staffs excel at applying status effects like sizzle, chill, and venom to the enemy to cripple them. Pressing attack will shoot projectiles that arc toward the enemy. By holding and releasing attack, the staff will plop down an area of effect. So I love that we have a little bit of, some AoE abilities. And we already know this is going to be a great game just based on this armor right here. Look how incredible. This looks like almost like some red soldier ant armor. It even has like an ant icon, like logo right here. But that goes hard. That looks like it's something straight out of Mortal Kombat. And even Willow got an upgrade. So Spiritual Return made this set, definitely maining Willow again in Grounded too. So we have Willow from Grounded, and then check her out, especially dual wielding the daggers. Unstoppable at this point. And as most of you may know, tarantulas are confirmed based off of this little screenshot right here. It says killed a tarantula. I still personally think this is a boss. I know a lot of people think they're just going to be out there in the wild. I don't, because it's actually a named bug. So its Axel's venom has seeped into your sweat glands. So the fact that the tarantula actually has a full name, there's just one, it's unique. I feel like it has to be a boss. And then 3 times the size of the backyard, and the beginning area is as big as the backyard. So yeah, they're going to be expanding on the game, but it's going to be like 3 to 4 times the size whenever they are finished with this. So Obsidian Entertainment actually said, welcome to Brook Hollow Park, where the public park is your new playground. It's 3 times the size of the backyard. That is insane. And also why they had to introduce some mounts. Speaking of which, your adventure begins in an area as big as the entire backyard from Grounded. And the last post we're going to take a look at is by Middle Supermarket that said Grounded 2 versus Grounded Ladybug Armor. Which do you think looks better? So this is from Grounded 2. And it looks so good. And then here's the basic, like, I know this is very nostalgic and that's what we're used to. And it was so cool. But after seeing an upgraded version of it, it's like, dang, how do we go back? I mean, this looks like I'm just in some hockey gear that I found in my closet. And then this is like, we are ready to go to war with these bugs. But that is it for the video. Let me know any of your thoughts down below. Let me know what you are most excited for on this update. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated with lots of news. So whenever we get some actual like juicy details, something really important, I will for sure be uploading. But once the game actually drops, you better expect to see tons and tons of videos every single day. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.